Good evening. Welcome to Fleece TV on this rather sultry evening. Barbecue weather, I reckon, and that's what we're going to be doing in a short while. Now, in just a few moments, for those of you who were enchanted by his chanter, we will be having Mr. Steve Bowen Finch giving us further lessonage on the bagpipes, which I very much look forward to. But first of all, we're going to talk a few fleece random facts for you. I thought I'd share with you tonight one or two objects from within the pewter room. This lovely Bible box, whoever VR was, we don't know, from 1682. It's a lovely thing. It kept the family Bible, a very precious thing back in those days. And then here to my left is a candle box for 2 or 3 of these in the fleece of different sizes, shapes. All we have now, though, one of our jokey fokies put in a superhero. There you go. So lovely, and here's a very, very fine jug, a Breton pewter jug. That actually belongs to me, but when you look around the artefacts in the fleece, you do wonder to yourself, where did they get them from? There's just this working family running a pub, maybe working the land and so forth. And the best story I've heard, the legend is that Squire Ashwin had a son who was perhaps a little bit too keen on the gambling tables or on the horses than he should have been. So apparently he would bring things down here, items of value and interest, and basically pawn them with Lola or perhaps her mum or her mum's mum to raise a little bit of money to cover his debts. And that's why there are so many lovely fine articles, particularly the pewter at the fleece. Well, who knows? Legend has it, who knows? But there's the story, nonetheless. But now we're going to move on to our friend Mr. Steve Bowen Finch for bagpipe notes.
These things are quite big. Back again. So this is a set of McCallum pipes they made last year. And you've got a number of different elements of it. I'm going to probably have to stand back a little bit. So I'm going to start off with these big things up here. So what we've got, these are called drones, and these are the pipes that give the real sort of melodic throbbing sound that you get when you're playing the bagpipes, that hum that resonates through all of the music. These come off. Show you now, without destroying everything. So what you've got here is, in each of the drones, you've got so the big one is known as a bass drone, and the 2 smaller ones are both tenor drones. Now, for those who are musically minded and watching this, the drones are always tuned to A on the pipe chanter. It's different with different types of pipes, but with the Great Highland pipes, they're always tuned to an A. So what you've got here is the drone reed. So what you can see here is there's a piece of plastic, and that's what gives the resonation and the vibration of that the drone hum. And the plastic band around it is called the bridle, and then to tune it you can actually move that up or down, and then you've got a tuning screw at the end that you can actually just screw a little bit, and then that way again you can get the right sound for it. So you've got one of those in each of the drones. That fits in there. What you actually do to actually get that to fit nicely, it's actually hempt cotton, so it's waxy, and you wrap it round and round, and then that gives it a really nice tight fit. So that's your drones. To tune the drones, I'm not going to move these now because I have got them tuned reasonably well, and I don't want to throw them out. But what you've got is, you'll see, you might be able to see here, probably not, but there's a number of little dots up there. So this bit here actually slides up and down the tuning bit here. So you can actually have, the longer the drone is, it obviously there's more going through it, so that gives it more of a deeper sound. And then if you bring it closer in, that sort of gives it more of a higher pitch. So what you want to do is get all three of these drones actually pitched to your A on your chanter. So that's your three drones that you've got there. Other bits, of course, you've got your mouthpiece here. I'm going to take this out so you can see it. So this is not the standard mouthpiece. Most people will be familiar with sort of a long, straight mouthpiece. I, for some reason, can't get my neck to do that, so I have to get one that bends in the middle. So you can get these mouthpieces that are on a swivel joint, so you can actually make it fit a lot easier. I've put a little bit of a plastic tube on there. It helps me grip when I'm playing, and if also when you're playing this for quite a while, your mouth goes a bit numb, so I can just use the plastic bit because it's a lot easier to play and blow in. So that fits onto there. So that's your mouthpiece. Your next bit is your chanter. So obviously this is the bit that you're actually going to be playing the tune on, and there's various chanters that you can use. My other one is in the I'll just see if I can get someone to go and grab that for me. So I could have helped her out on hers, but never mind. So you've got, again, this is your chanter. I'll just take this out so you can see it. In the chanter, this is where you have, thank you very much, so my able assistant there. So again, you get different types of chanters. As you can see, that one's got some very nice engraving on it, and that one's just a plain plastic. The chanters, again, can be either black wood or can be plastic. This one is a plastic one. The reed at the end, for anyone that is familiar with pipes, any other pipes, this is a cheaty reed. Normally with reeds, they are wooden, but they're also incredibly difficult to blow, I find. And also because you're blowing into the instrument, the moisture as well, and the tuning can be impacted because your wooden reed, of which one I've got one here, can get a bit damp. If you've ever seen anyone playing Uilleann pipes or any of those sort of smaller pipes, they sometimes have bellows. That means that you're not getting any moisture into the pipes at all. So that one goes into there. Right. And then finally, obviously the bit that we all really need is the actual bag itself. So what under the cover here is your bagpipe bag. So it's modern ones have zips. They can be all of different materials. They always used to be goat skin, animal skin with no zip or anything on it. Now you can get Gore-Tex ones, plastic ones, synthetic. This is actually known as a hybrid bag, and it is actually Gore-Tex on the inside, so it helps for moisture, and it's animal skin on the outside. So from my point of view, it's really solid, and it's quite good to actually play. Lots of modern pipes also have a moisture system control inside as well, just to stop the pipes getting too damp, because just like any woodwind instrument, you're blowing down it and breath is slightly damp. So that's all the bits of the, just checking my notes, yeah, that's all the bits of the bagpipes. Oh, the chords, if you didn't have the chords on there, they just fall apart and you wouldn't be able to play them. So literally these are both decorative, and also they'll just keep the pipes sturdy, so when you've got them over your shoulder, you can play. It's quite nice to have them, you can have them matching your bag, or your tartan.
Thank you, Steve, for more bagpipe notes. If you want to catch up with Steve, you can find him on Outland Piper on Instagram. So thanks, Steve, much appreciated. So a few hellos. Hi from Nigel Hewitt. Hi, Nigel. Alison says evening. Helen Davis says nice knees. Thank you, Helen, very kind. Jean says hello, as does Andy. Andy Canny says there's more to these pipes than a bag of wind. Excellent tutorial. Steve says thanks. So yeah. So if you've got any comments you want to make, please send them to us. We always like your comments, particularly if they're complimentary. I've never had that said about my knees before. Thank you, Emma. So, moving on, we now have Julian's joke.
Hello again. I've just been reading the autobiography of the man who invented superglue. I couldn't put it down.
Lovely video of love from our friend Sarah.
Oh, that was a funny noise. Oh.
Summer of love.
Goodness me. There you go. You can't help thinking she's going. Take your time. No, really, take your time. No, anyway. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to finish off tonight's Fleece TV with a little tune by yours truly on the harmonica. It's a Negro spiritual called Steal Away. Bear with. Good night.